really fun too. So, just trying to.
Oh,
Hey, I hear that we have our first match, so we might have an East Coast match for us. Zanya, the Sheik, versus Patti from Emom, the Samus. I believe that should be Patti from Alston Melee. I assume so, at least, from the New England area. So
I can't wait to watch some Melee with the Crimson Blur. You all don't understand. Like, of all the people I can be talking Melee with, Blur is like top three. Like, he's top three in there. So
top three. I'll take top three. I'll take top three is a good time.
Especially with like Mango. And that's
Yeah.
you know. Come on.
You're my top three too, Jace. We'll top three each other. So it seems like it's Samus Sheik, which is a tough matchup for Samus. Obviously, it almost doesn't need to be said. But usually when I watch tough matchups for one side, I like to point out what the losing character has, because it's easy to see very easily, what Sheik has. She can needle through missiles. She grabs you, down throw fair. She's just a better character, like in every way. But Samus has a few things, right? So one of the major things is that a lot of the moves that Samus has are good off crouch cancel and have a lot of pullback. So forward smash is notably good. A lot of the Samus talk about it in this matchup. When Sheik goes for a short hop forward air, you can pull back with forward smash, avoid the forward air, and then release, and you get the forward smash. Also, Sheik is really weak to crouch cancel. It's one of her like crippling weaknesses. And Samus is probably the best crouch canceler in the entire game. So that is huge, as well as the edge guard. Samus's edge guard is quite good because down smash sends backwards. So a few things that Samus has, obviously, going to be mostly an exhibitionist skill. We'll see which player is actually better at the game.
Yeah, I feel like the fact that most Samuses are probably going to be better at the matchup than most Sheiks are, just because most Samuses have more Sheiks to fight.
Yeah, that helps a little bit, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, I gotta be honest, man. You don't have to have a lot of Samus experience to play something this simple. Like, it's very
That's so
straightforward.
true. You throw in Blur's Sheik right here, it's still gonna be a struggle.
I'll do all right. Like, it won't be that bad. You think I can't down tilt up air? I can down tilt up air.
Yeah, down tilt up air. It's pretty doable for no matter who you are. Your 3-year-old cousin can probably down tilt up air. So.
Yeah. So it's a thing, but right there, that's actually another one. We talked about one of Sheik's crippling weaknesses being the crouch cancel. One of Samus's that very few people talk about is that pretty much every move Samus is on shield gets beaten out of shield. Duck used to talk about this all the time. So you're seeing like down smash on shield, Sheik to just wave dash forward grab. A lot of newer players don't punish Samus for this, but yeah, a lot of Samus stuff, even the tilts, can get punished on shield. Unless they're like extremely fully spaced away. Even like Marth, for example, can punish a fully spaced forward tilt practically, just because how good is forward. Oh my god, yeah, Sheik is good, man. This is tough.
She really is, and I think to your point about that too is that like Samus's grab is so slow that if you spam shield against her, it's kind of like, well, what are you gonna do? Like,
yeah, so
are you gonna try and grab me? Like,
right. So it ends up being a struggle where the shield camping and all that like kind of take away Samus's gameplay a little bit.
Well, the Samus has got some heart. I can feel it in her. It's just the struggle is real. This matchup really is that tough. I'm not gonna say it does feel like the Sheik's the better player right now, but still the matchup it hurts.
It's a tough matchup, but yeah, it's just a straight out play right now. But that was pretty much a wash. It's okay, first match of the day. A lot of times, if you get washed in your first match today, you should just throw it away. Don't get too stuck up on it. Ego is the #1 killer.
Yeah,
everyone knows this. Jace, that's one thing. I'm like, why aren't you the best in the world? I feel like you are of all Smashers have the least ego, and I'm like, that's the struggle, dude. That's everyone's struggle naturally. You don't have to worry about that. That's pretty good.
I'm pretty good at hiding it.
Oh, it's in there. Everyone's got it in there. Keep it there. There's layers that protect you, but it's there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where there's something about Melee that like really brings it out in you, where it's like, whether it's like grand finals of a 550-man tournament or it's just in your dorm room with your homie and another guy, like you just really, really want to win. There's something about this game where it's like you want to be the best in your neighborhood. So
Dude, you know one of the reasons? It's because when you get better than someone and you can just stunt on them and move around and basically do whatever you want, there's like there's a straight up domination feeling in it that feels really good. Like people talk about how BM it is and how, not nice that is, but it also is like really fun. Like it's undeniably just super fun to just be so much better than someone that you can literally slam your face against the controller and you win still. That's fun. That's a good time. That's one of my favorite things about Melee.
I was gonna say one of my favorite things about Melee is that you can express yourself through its movement, not so much the feeling of crushing someone else.
Yeah, it's
but they're both valid. They're both
let
valid.
them feel it. Uh-oh, this is bad. This is real bad.
It's a hard
That
part of
grapple
stadium.
barely hit. That grapple was very close to not hitting. That was Stadium's bottom edge.
It's actually a nice recovery by the Samus there. Yeah, it's hard to like make it back in those circumstances when not get like stuck underneath the stage.
Mm-hmm. Sam's trying to box a little bit. Got to pay attention to where the Sheik is. Track the movement a little bit better. Tries to goes for a grab.
I think trying for it because of conditioning of like a bunch of tilts. You're like, maybe I'll make him shield. Oh, that was unfortunate. And then it's like, well, if I make him shield, I can grab him. But the Sheik is just a little too fast.
Yeah, and it's tough because things like wave dash grab or dash forward grab aren't really great with Samus, whereas it is with most characters, because you really need to have a close distance with Samus so that it's less reactable to grab, right? When you're like a fully spaced Samus grab, like they can just react and jump or spot dodge, right? But if you're right next to them, it's a little bit harder, especially online. So
that's true.
You kind of have to have setups for it.
There used to be a lot of dialogue in our community about can you react to the Samus grab or not.
Yeah. I think on a human level, like a pinpoint, like right up close one, you probably can't.
Yeah.
But definitely full range, absolutely.
Full range for sure. Yeah. People would go back and forth. I was like, chill, guys.
Ooh, power shield. That could have been a power shield down smash.
Ooh. Yeah, the Sheik's been wise to all the down smashes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Dude, and people do that nowadays, Jace. My god, full range. They are doing out of power shield stuff now in 2021. That's a thing. Zane does it regularly.
Oh, you make me mad.
Like,
I'm like, what? Did you just power shield up tilt me? What?
They say that meta hasn't advanced, but that was not a thing people were doing. They were not consciously power shielding grounded and going into grounded moves, like repeatedly. And now not everyone, but a few handful of players have gotten really good at it.
We're not gonna talk about who they are and when they say it. I think the meta has changed quite a bit. Oh hey,
hey, nice taunt. We appreciate those. That's a taunt for yourself. The Sheik shouldn't be offended at all.
Yeah, I mean, you always have to interpret taunts however you want to, but of course, only the player themselves knows for sure what kind of taunt it is.
Yeah. Oh man, that tilt. See, that gets punished. You whiff that tilt in what feels like boxing range, and that's how little room for error Samus has. You're trying to box around with tilts. That's what you got, right? That's your game plan. But you miss even a little bit, and yeah, you get grabbed, you get hurt.
True. It's looking like curtains for our boy the Samus.
No one wants to see this. No, don't do this. Don't. And the worst part is the Sheik feels justified. They feel justified.
They're like, I'm like Indiana Jones with my cool little
my whip. Yeah.
Shouts to Slick from back in the day, who would like every time Sheik would forward B, he's just like, he's like, oh, Indiana Jones Sheik. Do
you say Slick? Like what Slick? Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I heard that name.
Slick. I always remember that.
For the curious, you guys can go to smash.gg/4-local-fight-night, or probably you can press exclamation point bracket, I don't know, in chat to just get the link. If you guys want to see what's going on, again, we are just starting, so matches are going to keep going underway. That one was a bit of a wash, but ultimately it's all about having heart, and I promise you that Sheik that just beat that poor Samus can get force stocked by someone else, and that person can get force stocked by someone else. That's kind of the cycle of Melee.
What's that line in Star Wars Episode 1? There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish, man. There is always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
Unless you're Zane, and there isn't a bigger fish. But yeah, for most of us, there's always gonna be someone better than you, and the other way around, which can be fun both ways.
It's humbling. It's humbling a lot of the time. You feel great after you just whooped your homeboy, and it's like, oh yeah, I got this tournament. I'm gonna destroy everybody, and then just the SoCal local legend shows up, and it's like, oh, I'm toast.
Yeah.